Hello everyone, my name is Ben and I want to welcome you to our new series here on the Juttings called Living Life Live. This is going to serve as episode 0 or our pilot episode, and we're going to introduce the series to you, and we're actually going to cover our subject tonight. So tonight's subject is It's Okay Not to Be Okay. But first of all, I want to give you kind of an itinerary of how these episodes are going to work. So these are going to happen every other Thursday at 7 p.m. This will have a Christian religious undertone to it, as I am a Christian, and I want to help you, but I want to help you the best that I know how. So, how a normal episode will work is I'll introduce the subject. We will answer questions that have occurred from the previous episode. So, with tonight's episode being It's Okay Not to Be Okay, any questions that we have in the comments below, I will address when I record the next topic, episode 1. So then we will go into our talking point, and this is where things could differ a little bit. So the series is called Living Life Live, meaning we do have a potential for this to become a live stream. If it's a live stream, after we cover our main talking point or our main subject for the night, I will also take questions at that point. So, and then we will close out the series. So, I am going to be working off some notes, so you will see me referencing this. Tonight with It's Okay Not to Be Okay, we have this stigma in this country that you have to have it all together. You have to have your life figured out. If you are not okay, like if something's wrong, it's looked down on, and that's not all right. We are human. We were made in the image of perfection, but we are not perfection. We were made to be caretakers of each other in this world, but we can't be okay all the time. There was only one ever perfect human, and he was sent as a sacrifice. So I want you to know that it is okay not to be okay. You are not alone. And if you start struggling, there are people out there, your religious leaders, your community members, therapists. If you don't have a dime, walk into a church. Talk to a pastor. If you can afford a therapist, go to a therapist. Heck, call your mother up. If you're close to your mom, call a best friend. I know if my phone rings and someone needs help, I'm going to be there for them. And I've got several people in my life that if I need to call right now because I need them, I can. So there are very important things that you're going to be doing in this life, and you're not going to have it figured out. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to hurt. It's okay to cry. It's okay not to be okay. It's also okay to be a cat that's crawling on the window, and I don't know if you hear that or not, but it's distracting to me. It's okay that this video isn't perfect. It's okay that things aren't right. That's why I'm recording in the chaos of my living room with now my dog trying to, become part of the show, and I have a cat that's over here. It's okay. Tala. She's getting worried. She hears Daddy getting worked up. It's okay not to be okay. You are just fine the way you are. Everything is the way it should be, because He says so. And I really want you to sit down. There are a few pieces that have really spoken to me that I believe can help you. There is what I call a poem. I guess it's technically a prayer when I looked it up, the direct translation, called Footprints in the Sand. I'll be honest, I don't know who the author is, and on the printout that I got. It didn't list one, so I am not the author. I have heard this over the decades that I've been around. The 3 of them. The 3 decades I've been around, I've heard this multiple times. But I want to share this with you. It's called the Footprints Prayer. I reference it as as footprints in the sand. One night, I had a dream. I dreamed I was walking along a beach with the Lord, and across the sky flashed scenes from my life. For each scene, I noticed 2 sets of footprints in the sand. One belonged to me, the other to the Lord. When the last scene of my life flashed before us, I looked back at the footprints in the sand, and I noticed that many times along the path of my entire life, there was only one set of footprints. I also noticed that it happened at the very lowest and saddest times of my life. It's really bothered me, and I questioned the Lord about it. Lord, you said once I decided to follow you, you would walk with me all the way. But I have noticed during that most and troublesome times in my life, there are only one set of footprints. I don't understand why in times I needed you most that you left me. The Lord replied, my precious, precious child, I love you and I would never leave you. During your times of trial and suffering, when you saw only one set of footprints, that was when I carried you. So, have faith in the Lord. He will carry you. One reference right there. The other comes right out of the good book. I got the good old King James version right here. I believe I got the King James version. I read several different versions of the Bible. I believe this one is King James. Nope, yeah, New King James. Okay, sorry. I also read the International. I read several versions depending on how I want to interpret the translation, because there are different translations between different versions. So if I read it King James, I might switch to New International just because the wording's different, and I want to get as much context as I can. So, out of the good book itself, the Holy Bible, we're going to the Old Testament for our second religious reference of the night, and that is going to be Psalm 23. I will often refer to it as the Psalm of David. It is one of the many Psalms of David. And those of you who are religious and have heard the word a few times already know which psalm this is. But let's go to it. Psalm 23. The Lord is the shepherd of his people. For those of you who aren't already reciting this is one to put in your book. This is one to keep in your pocket. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me into the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Now, referencing back to our religious references and how this fits our theme for today, if it isn't obvious already that we need to talk about this more, which I feel those two make it pretty obvious when we're saying it's okay not to be okay, how they tell us it is okay not to be okay. God expects us to struggle. God gives us what we can handle, expecting us to have trouble. Life dishes out more than we can take. We're not supposed to do it alone. We're not supposed to do it with flying colors. It's okay to fail. That's a subject coming down the road. Failure is a good thing. Struggling is a good thing. You are not alone. Everyone, I don't care, the most successful to the most poor, broke, whatever you want to call them, the top of the list to the bottom of the list, we all struggle. And it's okay to not be okay. Me being a Christian, God carries me quite a bit. That beach that him and I have been on, I swear there's been more single sets of footprints than 2 sets. The Lord carries me weekly as I struggle through the things in my life. And then we find out in Psalm 23, when those things are my enemies, He sets a feast before me in front of them, showing my enemies, showing my troubles, that this is my child and they are well taken care of, and they are well fed, and they are well nourished. Because no matter what anyone or anything throws at you that makes you not okay, God laughs at those things. And if you have faith, and if you have prayer, trying to think of how I want to word this, you will be just fine. The world can be crashing around you. It's supposed to do that. The world is supposed to crash around you. But keep pushing forward. It's okay not to have the answers. It's okay to hurt. It's okay to cry. It's okay not to be okay. I want to thank you all for watching this pilot episode. I look forward to seeing you guys in 2 weeks, because we're doing this every other Thursday, 7 p.m. If you would like to if you'd like this to be a live stream where we can talk about it in person, let me know in the comments below. If you have any ideas whatsoever for topics you would like covered, or questions over what we talked about tonight, please let me know in the comments. I will read every one of them. You'll get the nice little heart, or you'll get a thumbs up. I read every comment. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in 2 weeks on Living Life Live here on the Juttings.